Hi, do you know any director who has directed 12 films and not a single film of this director is a flop film? In fact, 3 films of this director are among the top 5 highest grossing Indian films of all time. This director has won 3 national awards and 1 Padma Shri award for his extraordinary achievement in Indian cinema. And the director we are talking about is SS Rajamouli. This video is entirely dedicated to one of my favorite Indian film directors and also to a subscriber who asked me to make a video on also his favorite director, SS Rajamouli. So if you are a true SS Rajamouli fan, then watch this video right till the end. SS Rajamouli was born on 10th October 1973 into a Telugu-speaking family in Amreshwar camp in the present-day Karnataka state. His father, V. Vijayendra Prasad, who is a very prolific writer, and his mother, Raj Nandini, decided to name him after the holy town of Sri Sailam in Andhra Pradesh, which is considered as one of the most important pilgrimage centers of Lord Shiva. Rajamouli was passionate about storytelling right from his second standard, but at the age of 7, he was introduced to Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Amar Chitrakatha by his grandmother and his father, which gradually grew his interest in larger-than-life stories and characters, and this led to his growing inclination towards films. He even played the role of Lord Krishna in his father's directorial film, which actually never released. His father, V. Vijayendra Prasad, was extremely passionate about directing films, so he along with his family shifted to Chennai in order to start directing films. He started producing and directing many films, but none of these films were actually finished completely. This led to many financial losses and the entire family nearly faced poverty. In his early 20s, in order to manage daily expenses, SS Rajamouli started writing scripts for films, but he was very disappointed by the execution of the scripts by the directors, and this motivated him to become a director himself in order to do complete justice to his written scripts. To begin his career in direction, he started assisting his father Vijayendra Prasad and also assisted Kranti Kumar on his films. In order to learn more about film direction, SS Rajamouli shifted to Hyderabad from Chennai and started working with his filmmaker relative Gannam Gangaraju. As the days passed, he started directing TV commercials and later directed the Telugu daily soap Santinivasam in 2001. In 2001, Rajamouli was offered his first film by producer and writer Raghavendra Rao called Student Number 1, starring Junior NTR. While directing his first film, Rajamouli was nervous because he had just assisted on films before and not actually directed them. Student Number 1 instantly became a huge critical and commercial success. And also, this was the first hit film of Junior NTR, as his debut film Neenu Chudalani had flopped at the box office. So in a way, SS Rajamouli and Junior NTR commenced their respective successful careers with Student Number 1. After Student Number 1, Rajamouli and Junior NTR collaborated again on Rajamouli's second film Simhadri in 2003. Also, Simhadri was the first collaboration between SS Rajamouli and his father V. Vijayendra Prasad, who wrote the story for Simhadri. Simhadri went on to become a huge blockbuster, and this film cemented both SS Rajamouli and Junior NTR as bankable director and actor of the Telugu film industry. Rajamouli went ahead and gave back-to-back hit films like Sai, Chhatrapati, Vikramarkudu, which was remade in multiple languages, and also Yamadonga in 2007, again with Junior NTR, marking their third collaboration together. By this time, SS Rajamouli had already become a brand by himself in the Telugu film industry. But honestly, by this time he was not as popular in the northern parts of the country, and this was just about to change with his next film, Magadhira. Magadhira, starring Ram Charan and Kajal Agarwal, released in 2009. Magadhira was made on a budget of 44 crores, and it was the most expensive Telugu film of 2009. And now when you compare Magadhira's 40 crore budget with RRR's 550 crore budget, which is the highest for any Indian film, I mean, the comparison itself is so funny. But anyways, both these films have like 13 years of gap in between them. Magadhira went on to become a huge blockbuster. It was the highest grossing Telugu film till that time. It won multiple awards, was dubbed not just in Tamil, Malayalam and Hindi, but also in Japanese. The film also went on to become a huge hit in Japan, which was a surprise in itself. And also, Magadhira launched Kajal Agarwal and Ram Charan into superstardom. And by this time, Rajamouli had also started gaining attention from the different parts of the country. And by the way, Magadhira was my go-to film every Sunday on Sony Max. Rajamouli's next film, Maryada Ramana, in 2010 was again a huge success at the box office. For his next film, Rajamouli wanted to do something completely different, something that he hadn't attempted before, something that was completely out of the box. He said in an interview that all his previous films worked at the box office because they all were formula films. While looking out for a very unique idea for his next film, he remembered the story that his father, V. Vijayendra Prasad, had narrated to him in the mid-1990s. A story of a fly who wants to take revenge on a human, which he did not take seriously at that time. But little did he knew that his next film was based on that very same idea and will be titled as Iga. Iga, which was made on a budget of 40 crores, became a huge critical as well as commercial success, earning 130 crores globally. Iga received widespread critical acclaim, not just in India, but also Iga was the first Telugu film to create waves internationally. Iga was screened at Cannes, Toronto After Dark Film Festival, and was also listed among the 25 best foreign films of the decade by The Ringer at the time of its release. Prolific Indian director Shekhar Kapoor, whose film Elizabeth received 7 Oscar nominations, said that Iga was no less than a Hollywood superhero film.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Okay, so if you like this video till now, then please subscribe to this channel because this would help the channel to grow and increase its reach. So do subscribe. After almost a gap of 3 years, Bahubali The Beginning released in 2015, and soon the entire country went completely crazy for this film. Upon its release, the film broke all the previous box office records in India and went on to become the highest grossing Indian film of that time. After watching Bahubali 1, the entire country was left on a cliffhanger. The entire country was desperately waiting for Bahubali 2 just to get an answer to their question of why Kattappa killed Bahubali. And finally, after a gap of 2 years, Bahubali 2 The Conclusion released in 2017. And now, of course, I don't need to tell you guys what happened after this film released on the 20th of April 2017. Bahubali 2 literally became a huge festival in itself after its release in the entire country. The shows were jam-packed and the film earned 1000 crores in just the first 10 days. The film sold approximately 10 crore tickets, earning 1800 crores in its entire theatrical run. It was this film that gave birth to the pan-India film movement in India. And now that Bahubali 2 had released, people were really curious to know that how would SS Rajamouli top this experience with his next film, because the hysteria that Bahubali 2 had generated all over the world was unimaginable. And almost a year after Bahubali 2 released, SS Rajamouli announced his next film RRR, starring Junior NTR and Ram Charan. Entire country was waiting since 5 years to see exactly what Rajamouli had created with his next film, and little did Rajamouli know that not just India but the entire world was about to go crazy for his next film RRR. RRR released on 25th March 2022. And you know what was the first day global collection of this film? A whopping 240 crores. And if you still don't get the gravity of this, then let me tell you that some hit Indian films have earned 240 crores in their entire theatrical run. And RRR earned this on day 1. The film earned 415 crores just in the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Even despite the ongoing pandemic and people's hesitancy to enter the theatres, RRR managed to collect approximately 1200 crores at the global box office. The good things for this film did not just end here, but later on when the film released on Netflix, the film got exposed to a completely new and culturally different set of audiences who hardly knew much about Indian films besides the abrupt song and dance numbers. Upon its release on Netflix, RRR became the only film on the platform to trend globally for 14 consecutive weeks. Almost every big and small director, actor, YouTuber, vlogger, influencer had started raving about RRR, and never before an Indian film had received this kind of love and appreciation globally. SS Rajamouli instantly became a global phenomenon, and the global audiences started searching and watching more of his work. The love that RRR and Rajamouli received from the entire world was just unprecedented. So much so that the hashtag RRR for Oscar was trending constantly on the internet. But sadly, the Indian Film Federation completely snubbed RRR from this opportunity. And honestly, by this time, I've lost all my trust on the Indian Film Federation. Rajamouli is making his next film with superstar Mahesh Babu. And while recently attending to Toronto International Film Festival, he revealed that
but my next happens to be my biggest film yet.
Yes!
It's an action movie, so someone asked me what my next film is. I casually said it's with Mahesh, it's a globe-trotting adventure.
Yes!
And suddenly the word globe-trotting started trending in India, so that's how crazy the Indians are.
Come on, sir. Now the entire world is excited for your next film. Just complete it as soon as possible, because we just can't wait. SS Rajamouli also has plans on making 4 sequels on the Indian epic Mahabharata. With a story like that and a director like him, I'm just unable to fathom how epic the sequels would turn out to be. Recently, an American talent agency called CAA signed SS Rajamouli with the agency. CAA is known to manage top celebrities and artists in the world, and this deal is said to be described as a coup for the agency, which means that the agency was trying really hard to sign Rajamouli, and now they finally succeeded in signing him. So in the near future, we can also expect SS Rajamouli directing a big budget Hollywood film. Extremely few Indian directors have received this kind of great reception globally. Shekhar Kapoor, Satyajit Ray, Ritesh Batra, to name a few. Rajamouli is the biggest director in India right now. His films are known by him and not by the actors in his film. He's a brand in himself. He's a trademark in himself. Rajamouli is also the highest paid director in India. And according to an article in News 18, he was reportedly paid 28 crores for Bahubali 2 and 30% of the profit share for RRR. Indian cinema will always be referred to as pre and post Bahubali because one director by the name of SS Rajamouli changed the entire syntax of the Indian film industry, resulting in more cross-talent and pan-India projects. It is just onwards and upwards for Rajamouli from here on. And honestly, in the near future, it would not be surprising to see Rajamouli as one of the top directors in the world. I made this video on a recommendation of a subscriber called Sai Chintala. Thank you, Sai, for your recommendation. And if you all have got any recommendations for my next video, then please let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll try my level best to upload my next video of your suggestion. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I've made more such videos related to films on this channel. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel.